World Free Press, and I was called by the President and CEO of Justice League United. He informed me that he was going to have a press conference at 2:30 in Macon at the Federal Building. And so I journeyed over here, but he asked me to stop first in Swainsboro, and he's going to tell you the purpose of this visit. However, I believe he's notified all news media and newspapers here in the Middle District of Georgia. Stay tuned. Coming up next, President and CEO of Justice League United. And now Mr. Bobby Worthy of Justice League. State your name and your purpose for coming here in Swainsboro this morning.
My name is Bobby Worthy, CEO, President of the Justice League United. I've been following Mrs. Mayor Whippaloo's illegal removal from office by Judge Reeves, and I'm here today to try to right that wrong. I will be calling a press conference. I will be calling a press conference. I have called a press conference already today at 2:30 in front of the federal courthouse in Macon. I will be filing formal charges on Judge Reeves and Judge Reeves and Mayor Pro Tem Terry Edie today in the federal court for conspiracy, violation of their oath of office, for lack of authority and jurisdiction. Judge Reeves really have overstepped his bounds. In the process, he has committed multiple crimes against Mayor Whippaloo. And I want everyone to know that Judge Reeves has no authority to remove a mayor. She is still the mayor of Gordon, Georgia.
Let me, if I may ask you a question although the press conference is, how did you say you heard about this particular case? Because the reason I ask you that is because we have the same problems in Meigs, Georgia, Dawson, Georgia, Lumpkins, Georgia, and other cities here in the state of Georgia. So how did you say you heard about Mayor Mary Ann Whippaloo case?
I heard about it through George Rhymes, your YouTube channel. I started following it. I, in return, got your information off there and contacted you to tell you what my plans was, because most of social media don't really want to print the truth as little free press does.
Anything else you want to say? I do want to be at that press conference. Thank you for calling me. And I guess you want me here. This is kind of a prelude to the press conference at 2:30.
Yes, I wanted to come to Candyland himself where it actually took place.
Now, why you use the term Candyland?
Well, the term Candyland comes from the movie Django, is the house of slave master. As we know, Stephen in the Django is the new Uncle Tom. Is called Stephen now, and I got that from there. Django was the slave plantation that housed all the slaves, and today the courthouses are Candyland.
All right, once again, thank you very much. In the closed marks, I'll meet you there at 2:30. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Give you my information.
Okay.
B-O-B-B-Y-W-O-R-T-H-Y.
And your title and what organization you're with?
President, I'm the CEO and President of the Justice League United.
Okay, so today we're talking about the criminal complaint. You filed 2, but today you actually physically went into the United States court and filed them. Kind of talk to me about the complaint and why you decided to file it.
Well, the complaint is against the illegal removal of an elected official, which is the mayor, Mary Ann Whipplew, out of Gordon, Georgia, where Judge Robert Reeves, City Councilman, Mayor Pro Tem Terry Edie, initiated a complaint to remove an elected official from office. The problem is the judge has no authority to remove an elected official. According to Georgia law, there's only 3 ways that an elected official can be removed, and that's through a recall vote by the people that elected them into office, or a grand jury indictment from a grand jury of an alleged criminal crime, or the governor can remove an elected official.
Now he hasn't, I'm sure you know this, but Reeves has not removed her from office. All he did was place a temporary restraint order on her position, so she's not allowed for 30 days to go into the city hall.
And that's still removal. That's still overstepping the bound. He doesn't have the authority. Those are the only 3 ways that elected official that I just told you can be removed from office. His arms don't reach that high. He acted where he has no authority, and according to Georgia law and federal law, he committed treason. He violation of oath of office. He committed 2 counts of treason, in violation of 2 counts of his oath of office, and not to mention conspiracy under federal law, when U.S. Title 18, Section 241 says when any 1 or more persons get together and deprive a citizen of a right that's secured by the United States Constitution, it is a federal offense that carries 10 years imprisonment. It clearly states this in the law, and the judge overstepped his bounds, that he doesn't have that authority to remove an elected official. It's just, I see this so often that these judges think that they are above the law. I'm here to tell you he's not going to get away with this. And I also want to say for the record that this is, I'm independent from Mrs. Mary Lou, the mayor, Mary Ann Whipplew. I'm independent from her. I'm doing this as a Justice League United because I don't need anyone's permission to attack injustice. This is why I started the Justice League United, so that I can combat these judges doing what they want to. And to me, Judge Reeves is, and I hate to say it this way, but he's a criminal. And I tell him to his face, and it's time for him to go. When our public officials think that the laws don't apply to them, then there is no justice in our society. There is no equal justice. And he violated. He had a hearing on this woman to remove this woman without her lawyer being there. How illegal is that?
Well, in the court of law, a lot of times when someone does not show up for a date that's already been set, it is, in his power to continue.
No.
Are you a lawyer yourself?
No, I'm not a lawyer, but I have a law degree. But the thing about it is, it's not in his, he can continue the case, yes, but he can't try the case. The law says a person in his absence, a person has an excuse that they are not there, and then he notified the lawyer 1.5 hours before the hearing. No, it don't work like that. You know what I'm saying? And this is the problem with these judges. They are the ones bound by oath of office, not the citizens. We are not bound by oath of office. He the one took the oath of office to swear to hold the laws in the Constitution, and he violated those laws when he illegally removed an elected official. And I'm telling you now, and I'm telling you this, I don't care what Judge Robert Reeves says. Mayor Whipplew is still the mayor, and ain't nothing he can do about it. And I promise you, everything in my power is to do, get him out of office and have him criminally punished for what he have done. Because they are too far for me to reach today, so I sent it to them in the mail, and they'll notify me once they get it.
And this was through
The Judicial Qualification Commission.
Judicial
Qualifications with S. Commissions of Georgia. Those
Where are they based out of?
They are based out of Madison. I think Madison. Yeah, I think so.
Madison, Georgia?
Madison, Georgia.
Okay. I'll check my email too. I'm not sure
Yeah.
if that was in there.
But I got it. But I got a copy. Is my photo over there? I have a copy of it.
Okay. Well, before you leave, we'll get all that information. Yeah. So, kind of talk to me about why this is important for you as the president and CEO of the Justice League. Tell me why this case hits home for you.
For me, the reason I started the Justice League is because most civil rights organizations lack the authority to just protest and march. With my knowledge and understanding of the law, I bring more than marching and protesting, and I bring paperwork. How to file it, the proper procedure. That's the most problems that we have with the civil rights organizations. They have no one to know how to file paperwork. I have perfected this procedure in filing paperwork, and I have nothing personal against Judge Reeves or Teddy Edie, but one thing I will not understand that I will not tolerate is public officials thinking that the law does not apply to them. This is the biggest thing we have. We got police brutality going around the country every day because they wear badges. Judges having total immunity. The Constitution, I don't know what law they read, and I don't know what law or Constitution they saw, but the law, the supreme law of the land is the Constitution. It clearly says no law, no rule, no regulation can overrule that. Marbury versus Madison set the preface on the United States Constitution, where it say any law procedure that you have that contradicts with the supreme law of the land is automatically null and void. Means I don't have to pay for it, but I don't have to abide by it. So that means Mary Ann Whipperloo, the mayor, doesn't have to pay attention to that because he don't have the authority. He violated the law. He cannot overrule what the supreme law of the land says. And it clearly sets 3 preferences down where an elected official can be removed from office.
And what sections of the Constitution say this?
The 14th is the 14th Amendment is due process clause. Mm-hmm. You have to go to the Georgia election manual. Mm-hmm. I don't know the exact procedure of the code, but you have to go to the Georgia election manual for the procedures for removing an elected official.
Okay.
Because see, the power, and people don't understand, the power lies in elected officials, not appointed. It's like the chief of police. People think chief of police is no one. The chief of police can be replaced by the maid to clean the toilet tomorrow because he's an appointed official. The high authority comes from the power of the people who elect people into office. So Judge Reeves overstepped the bound. This is city business, not state business or Superior Court business. He overstepped his bounds. He denied a due process. And you can't deny a person due process of law. You must give them a hearing. He denied all that, access to the courts, all that. Due process, the 14th Amendment, and all that. So it's time for him to go. So
are you saying you would rather see him completely off the case and another judge put into the case?
But he's going to get off this case. And one thing I promise you that he will be off this case. And this is what people don't understand. I'm also a local minister of law and justice for the New Black Panther Party. And the New Black Panther Party will be visiting Gordon, Georgia.
When?
We set it up now. I will let you know. Because this type of stuff is going to stop. We got kids being killed every day and police getting away with it. We get people being falsely arrested and videotaping officers all around the country, videotaping people and beating children for videotaping them. When the law says I have a right to videotape any public official in the performance of his duties. This is why they don't allow cameras and stuff in the courtroom, because they know you can videotape them. Because they're always trying to hide something. And I'm sick and tired of seeing this. I'm sick and tired of going to people's funeral, watching them bury their kids because of people like Judge Reeves. And he's going to leave office one way or the other. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. If I have to take it all the way to the Supreme Court to get his behind out of office, I am. Because I don't bow, my knees only bow to Jesus, and he ain't it.
All right. Well, those were all the questions that I had for you. I'm just going to pause this real quick and introduce y'all to my news director.
Hey, this is why the governor of the state of Georgia, needs to step in. Nathan Deal, Secretary of State Brian P. Kemp. This is why the Georgia elected officials need to come into Gordon, Georgia. This is why the governor of the state of Georgia the Georgia Attorney General, for Eric Holder, the Justice Department, President Barack Obama, in all these southern cities. This is what is happening. And yet nobody, NAACP, the SCLC, the Southern Christian Leadership Conference, notice, look, listen.
I would like to tell America to take off the blinders. I would like to tell Governor Deal and any of the people up there that we elected, they need to take the blinders off and come and see what's going on in their communities. Enough is enough, and that's it. We're not taking it anymore. We're not going to take a sitting down. This council person, this is not her first time referring to as black people as niggers.
Wait. Now you talking this Councilman Stone.
Councilman Stone.
See, people don't realize the Constitution, if you read it, I don't know what law they read, never, ever offered anyone absolute immunity. So you mean to say, if I want to be immune from the law, then all I gotta do is become a judge, and I can say, okay, as long as I do it from the bench, kill my wife from the bench, I'm immune to the law. I have absolute immunity. Or can I say the 3 keys of dope from the bench? I'm absolute immunity. No, I don't work like that.
And this is also George Buster.
Yes.
How you doing?
Nice
Nice to meet you.
Right,
You know me already.
All right, yes, sir.
I know.
Well, did you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I do. I want to ask him a few questions. And I think you may want to, mine going to be very brief and short. I think you may fit some of this in.
That's fine. Hey,
Y'all be grilling me.
Okay. Bobby, you say you're from the Justice League United. Are you a novice at this, or have you taken on other cases or in other areas? Or where?
Oh, yes. I've been all the way from Florida to New York to New Mexico. I've been in North Carolina. I've been doing this since 1998. I've been doing it. I was local redress chair for the local chapter of the NAACP. And when I was with the NAACP, I started the organization, the Justice League, because we had too much procedures and stuff that we had to go through to do anything. So I'm the CEO, president. I answer to a board of directors, but I am the CEO and president of the Justice League United. I make my own decisions, and I go after cases to attack injustice. Sometimes we do investigation, we find out, hey, ain't nothing we can do.
Okay, well, I listen to you speak, and it seems as if, though, that you speak with the authority of the knowledge of the law. But I like to get to the root cause or base of everything. I have to establish a foundation. So you say you have a law degree. Where did you get this law degree from?
Mercy.
And number one, why aren't you practicing as other attorneys are practicing? Because right now, what I've experienced in civil and human rights since '75 is there are a lot of black, white, and poor people who want a lawyer. Why are you not coming from the bar as traditional lawyers?
Well, the thing about it is, I believe the system is irreversibly broken. I believe that lawyers are bound. Lawyers are not bound by constitutional law. They're bound by oath of office to support the rules and regulations of the state bar. And the things that I do, they wouldn't do them but take my license anyway. So lawyers, to me, they have too much allegiance to the people they work for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I can't get a lawyer from Gordon, Georgia, to go after a judge that's in Gordon, because they all buddies. They sit down and eat. They know each other. It's a buddy-buddy system. It's not about what's right or what the law is. They show favoritism. Okay, you do this, I do you a favor. I've seen it done so many times. Attorneys go in there and say, well, Judge, I need a favor. Okay, bam, now you owe me a favor and I owe you a favor.
Okay. One other question. This is my last question. My last question is this. You came here to Macon. In truth, did you actually send out a notification that you were doing a press conference? Because we want to thank, I think the people are appreciative that you came here because you was a citizen concerned, but did you really notify the news media that you was going to do what you did today?
Yes, I notified all news media, both local papers, newspapers, and TV stations. They called me. You know, Channel 41 was the only one that showed up.
Okay. Well, I'm here.
And
to get a free press.
Get a free press.
All right. Thank you very much.
I've got just some questions on background. So what's your I may have missed this. What's your motivation in this? Is this against the judge, or is this in support of Mayor Whipple?
Well, it's not really against the judge, because I have nothing against, I know the man nothing. It's against the injustice. This is what I'm here, and definitely in support of Mary Lou. If you know, I have talking to her, and I found out this case. I followed him on YouTube, and then I found out. I started reading on the case and reading up in it, and started getting evidence. And I said, no, man, you know. And I contacted him. I said, no, that's not the way it's supposed to be done. Now, the first case, the Georgia Court of Appeals overturned. So now he files another temporary restraining order to remove her from office. Then the Court of Appeals agrees with it. So now you're telling me the Court of Appeals is confused about the law. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, I'm going all higher up if I have to. If I have to go after them, then that's what it is. Because I'm not here to show favoritism. I don't care if nobody don't like me, because they didn't like Jesus and they still prosecuting him today. So I don't care. They talked about Jesus. You say whatever you want about me. Feel free to do whatever you want to talk about me. That's fine. Then I'm still going to do what I need to do, because my knees only bow to Jesus.
And you filed your papers in federal court today?
Federal today.
When do you expect to get a response today?
What they said they would do is they would send it over to the U.S. Attorney's Office, because they would have to either contact me to sign in the case number.
Okay.
So they'd have to go to the U.S. Attorney's Office, and they'll be in contact with me.
Okay.
Which I knew that, you know, that's because I did it before. You know, they have to want to initiate it and call me and stuff. So, but the complaint forms are on the website.
Okay.
You know, so it.
What you said that they said that they wasn't accustomed to people coming in and filing that you filed. Didn't you say it earlier?
Yeah. They said that when I went in there, she said, this is not normal. I ain't never heard of this. I said, well, the forms got to be legal. They come off your website. Yeah. So after a little debating, I had to explain to her, and she said, well, we'll just send it over to the attorney's office, U.S. Attorney's Office, and let them take it from there.
Have you ever filed anything like that
Yes.
before?
I have. Down in South Georgia.
And what was the outcome?
Well, the
What was the
outcome,
situation? And what was
well, the outcome is the judge stepped down. I was satisfied with it, and I let it go. I mean, listen, I'm not here to hurt Judge Reeves. I'm not here to say I hate him. I'm not that. I'm here to attack the injustice that he has done. And then listen, and don't get me wrong, it could be these judges have gotten it, they have gotten so far up they think that they can do anything they want to do, that he might not even know he's doing it. Really.
Yeah, define the injustice as you see it.
The injustice is he acted where he had no jurisdiction. The law is clear. The law said when any public official acts where he has no jurisdiction, then he commits treason to this country. He shall be tried and punished. That's what he said. He has no jurisdiction because one, she can only be removed by a recall vote from the people that elected her in the office. Second is through a jury indictment by the grand jury. If she indicted by the grand jury on alleged crime, then she can be removed off. And the third is the governor. His arm don't reach that high to remove an elected official. If it was that easy, then we need to remove him.
So are you suggesting that basically by imposing a restraining order, the judge is circumventing the law? Is that?
Well, no, he's overstepping his bound. Even the restraining order still removes her from office. It takes away her power as an elected official. If that's the case, then why don't we just go to the judge and file the same thing on him? Say, listen, you ought to move. Because now the law is clear. The Declaration of Independence clearly states that when any form of government becomes destructive of its means, the power reverts back to the people. It is up to the people to either alter or abolish or institute a new government.
So what does success look like for you in this situation?
Oh, I'm always looking good. Because I don't give up. I take mine all
Well,
the
not for
Supreme
you,
Court.
but for the people of Gordon, the people of Wilkinson County, the people that you feel like have been negatively impacted by this injustice, as you call it.
What I think it has set the preference for other judges to know, okay, this is not going to be retolerated in Gordon, Georgia anymore. But I'm sure this ain't the first time that this done happened. Because most people, just like a criminal, he going to steal till he get caught. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealer going to sell drugs till he get caught. A rapist going to rape till he get caught. So it's just like that. We get comfortable in our situations and our titles, and sometimes we get the big head. You know, my opinion that all elected officials, high, low, local, high, low, high, Congress, and all the way up, should be just like the president. You can only serve 2 terms, and that's it. because it'll cut down on that buddy system. Though we friends, a judge in office for 10, 20 years. Well, y'all buddies. There can't be no justice. You know what I'm saying? If I was a practicing attorney, you could be my best friend. But when we stuck in that courthouse, you're my enemy. There's no friendship here. And you defeat your enemies by all means necessary. And this is where these attorneys lacking. There's only one attorney in this country that has achieved that, and it's our former national chairman, Dr. Malik Shabazz, attorney, Black Lawyers for Justice out of Washington, D.C., and he will be coming to me. Gordon.
Do you feel like the temporary restraining order that was placed on Whipple, do you feel like that is for the benefit of Gordon? Because right now there were rallies, there were protests, there is a lot of different things that are going on in Gordon, and it's causing a lot of chaos. Do you think for the best interest of, until the case is tried, do you think it's in the best interest for her to be in a restraining order and for her to kind of pull back away from City Hall and let the pro tem mayor handle city business?
No, because I think the pro tem mayor has alternative motives. That's my opinion. But no, I don't think it is, because first of all, she's an elected official. Then we can say that about the judge. Okay, since all this going on, Your Honor, why don't you step down? All this chaos. So we can say that about the judge as well. So no, you know, law is the law. If we can take one law and twist it for the other one, then that's fine and dandy. You can't violate one law and then enforce another law. So the law is the law. If you're going to either violate the law or you're going to abide by the law. Point blank. And the judge knows he violated the law. 100% he know he violated the law, but he thinks he has absolute immunity, and I'm about to change his thinking.
Any other questions? All right, thank you.
I want to thank you for coming to the area, and I want to thank you for calling me and inviting me to this. Thank you very much. And Justice League United, one other thing. What year was Justice League United?
1998.
Where do you see the Justice League going in the future as far as civil and human rights in this country?
I hope to the top and beyond.
But do you blend in with the NAACP, Edward DuBose, Charles Steele, and the other civil rights organizations? Or are you isolated, or do you have their support, or how does that work?
I work with the NAACP on a state level and national level. I work with the SCLC. I work with any other organization. I don't have the big head because I don't know everything. And I got friends that's with the NAACP. We all do a lot of stuff together. We do a lot of positive stuff like educating the youth programs and stuff like that, because educating our children on law and justice to learn how to deal with the police, because it's getting to be a headache dealing with the police now, because officers seem to think that they are above the law. So.
Thank you.
Did you want to speak it on camera?
I want to address, Mayor, can I say one more thing? I want to address the fact, and I'm not ashamed to address the G.B.R. action for this, why would you get in? On my personal level, I don't trust it. That's me. I'm speaking for me. Because when I get a lawsuit for this city and my name in there, and Mr. Boone said I talked to him, blah, 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 and he only considered one side, I got a side too. Now, I know what transpired with some conversations we had. I'm speaking on my side. I cannot work with people I don't trust. In 19 years, I have never called to ask any legal advice. Now we get these calls, we get legal advice. Everything we say to get the information to move the city forward, it's thrown against us. It's open meeting violation. You shouldn't have done this. You harassed her. I have not harassed anybody. That's not my name. And I don't appreciate reading in a lawsuit, you harass somebody. Why not get my side before you do the lawsuit? You're the attorney that represents the city, not half of it. And I don't appreciate that. That's my standard, that I cannot work with people that I cannot trust.
Thank you. Streets, Council Whipple.
Once again, I just had to show this because you need to know the final analysis of everything that we have seen. I think perhaps, I repeat, I think perhaps Councilman Reeves summed it up by saying what he's about to say. Listen.
Yeah, that's exactly what it said, but you can say something. My name is there. But I have not authorized nobody to transfer no money.
We don't have to do one or the other, we do it.
Well, yeah, but we feel, I feel the ones that transfer it, let them flow. I ain't authorized nobody to transfer, so I'm not authorized nobody to flow.
I don't have a problem with that, but the record shows that you, Mayor Turner, and this Brown were all on that, and anybody that was moved before the end of the year, back in the last 8 to 10 years, when the council voted to move all that money, then they
we voted as a council as a whole.
We certainly did.
Okay, I got a problem with this. As a whole, the council voted. But as an individual, please make sure the record reflects that I did not authorize one penny to transfer to any account.
The councilman said, let it be stated for the record, and let it be clear that I did not authorize one penny. I don't think you can get much clearer than that. I do believe that there's a great possibility you who watch this just may have a question for the Middle District of Georgia news media. What has they done on this issue? What about the investigative reporting on this? You're covering an individual, but what about the responsibility of the council? Each council member, somebody took an oath that they would uphold and respect and protect the office that for which they were elected. And I have trouble understanding how an elected official can turn around and sue their own council on an issue. It seems to me that you would work with the people that you're supposed to be serving the people to try to resolve the issues so taxpayers would not have to pay attorney fees or be sued and lose money that belongs to the taxpayers. Now look, that's just a question, that's all. Don't get angry with me, okay? Peace. And if you do, it's all right, because in the end, according to St. John 8:32, ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall set and make you free. Bingo. That's it.
Yes, we had the card on the way. We're going through this service again. When we get the service, it's a good individual, when they run up the service, the city needs to pay. We shouldn't be having to go through this. And this is the reason why this city is messed up right now. We got money, we ain't got money. We bankrupt, we got plenty of money. We paid the bill, we didn't pay the bill. That's why we need an audit, because I'm going to tell you right now, I don't know what all the money is. I don't know where the money is. I don't know where every account the city has. I do know I counted 19 accounts. We need to get out and review these accounts and see that we need to consolidate, do away with some. Some have been dormant for years. Those are the ones that need to be closed. Not to after we look at what has transpired through those accounts. And the auditor had been requesting this information and can't get it.
So, do we have enough money allocated to pay for this car? It's always been paid.
Yes, ma'am.
It's in the squash. The money in the squash.
Okay.
Fire and police come out squash. I make a motion, we pay that invoice for the police car at this time.
I second the motion.
All in favor?
Please sign the check tonight, please.
Please. All right. All in favor? Any opposed?
Concerned about what's going on in Gordon, but it is indeed time for somebody to come in and put an end to this. Greetings, this is the Ghetto Free Press, and I was called by the President and CEO of Justice League United. He informed me that he was going to have a press conference at 2:30 in Macon at the Federal Building. And so I journeyed over here, but he asked me to stop first in Swainsboro. And he's going to tell you the purpose of this visit. However, I believe we've notified all news media and newspapers here in the Middle District of Georgia. Stay tuned. Coming up next,
against the president
and CEO of Justice League United.
Just don't make good sense. If they would all work together, they could get something done. Instead of all this fighting, they'll have jobs to everyone. Father, Father, Heavenly Father, we're living in hell down here. Father, Father, Heavenly Father, we're living in hell down here. Some nursing homes not fit for dogs to live in. Yet they'll take your money, look in your face and grin. Many homeless people are living out on the streets. Some don't have clothes on their back. Some don't have shoes on their feet. Father, Father, Heavenly Father, we're living in hell down here. Father, Father, Heavenly Father, we're going to hell down here. My ears have heard things no man should have heard. My eyes have seen things no man should have seen. So I say to God, you made me strong. I have the power and I must go on. Congress is fighting against the president. Some of the things they're saying will never make good sense. If they all would come together, they could get something done instead of all